Hi there and welcome to another edition of Groove of the Week with myself, Colin, on Andertons TV. And today we're going to look at Ray Luzier. Now specifically, Korn have released a new album and one song off of that is called Cold. So it's quite a cool kind of triplet, kind of powering, double kick pedal groove. You can still play it with one foot, which we'll look at in a minute. So let's just have a look at the first fill and the groove itself. So let's look into that groove a little bit slower and you can kind of see the intricacies of the footwork. So let's have a look a bit slower. So one thing that is quite handy to do to develop your coordination and your kind of dominance, I mean, you can see there I'm leading the majority of that with my right foot. But if you switch it round, let's try it leading with our left foot. So this is a little bit trickier. So nice and slow again. So a little bit quicker. So again, this is it still will feel a bit awkward, but once you get that dominance, it's great for your left foot. So a little bit quicker. The next thing that we're going to do is we're going to add ghost notes to fill in the gaps and kind of soften up the groove a little bit. So we'll still keep a dotted eighth note pulse. And this time we'll bring it onto the ride so we'll get a nice ping. So let's have a listen to this nice and slow. So I find this really brings up those subtleties and really adds a nice characteristic to the groove. And once again, a little bit quicker. So the next little spice we're going to add is we can do a nice little shuffle on the right hand side. So what we're going to try and achieve with that is we're going to keep kind of the downbeats, the 1, 2, 3, and 4, nice and solid. But then the pickup note, or the lets of each part, one trip let, is going to be a softer kind of ghost note on the right hand. So let's try this. This is a little bit trickier because you're trying to mash everything together and try and keep the upstrokes as synchronized with the bass drones when they land. Let's give this a try nice and slow. That feels so awkward to play, but it's so important to keep those grooves nice and slow, really lay the foundations before you speed it up, which is what we're about to do. So we can, of course, complicate this further. This is probably the hardest one out of all of these. So if we, again, take our left foot and put it on the hi-hat, and then we're going to try and utilize the same groove, but this does mean that you're going to be doing relatively quick groups of 3 with the right foot. Without the hi-hat, and we're going to simplify it. We'll take it back one step. We'll go back to just the kind of the pulse on the right hand, and we'll look at just one foot playing that pattern. Bring in your ghost notes. Bring in the shuffle. And last but not least, we need to bring in our stepped hi-hat. And as always, speed that groove back up. Thanks so much for joining us. Check out the new Korn album, sick. And let's play you out with that last groove and we'll catch you next week.